Today we will be building a Chrome extension for CSS battles. The main goal is to understand how to create a Chrome extension and explore its architecture. We will also see how we can publish it to Google Web Store. This will help you to understand the basic flow of Chrome extension, DOM manipulation and DOM traversing. So let's quickly have a demo of the extension. So as you can see on this page, we are getting this button, which is because I have added the Chrome extension here. So if I go and see this, so this is the extension that we are going to build. With this we will be getting this button. So if I click this, it's going to minify this HTML for us. So it removed the comment and it minified the HTML. So this is one of the CSS battle trick. Let me just show you with a bigger code base. So if I let's say put for this fork, I do have this ready. So let me just put the code here. So this is something that I made in one of my previous tutorials for CSS battle. You can check that out. I'll link that in the comment or in the description. So this is the code that we have. So if I click on minify HTML, it's going to minify the HTML for us. So this is what we are getting. It's not ruining the HTML, but we are still able to get less characters, which is going to give us a better score. So this is one of the CSS battle trick that you can use. You can remove white spaces, comments. Basically you can modify your code so that it uses less characters, and that will give you a better score in the end. So let's see what we are going to do in this one. So the tech stack or maybe the things that we are going to explore in this will be a Express.js server we will create, where the HTML minifier will be set up, and all the minification of this HTML code will take place. And on the UI side, we will create the extension which is going to responsible for putting this button, picking up the HTML and sending it to the server. So this is the core concept of this particular Chrome extension. If when we will get started with the Chrome extension, we will also explore the Chrome extension architecture, what different scripts it uses and everything, and we will be using React to build that Chrome extension. So enough with this. We have seen, so let's quickly get started. So first we will try to set up the server, and then we will come back to the extension part. So let me just quickly open terminal here. So this is the terminal. I think, where am I? Volume, what do I have here? I should be having something called workspace. Okay, so workspace, then background. You can choose any folder that you like. Then I have this one. So what I'm going to do, I'll be creating a folder inside this. So let's start with the server code. So let's say, so I'll just create a directory naming server, and inside this we are going to initialize a node application. So with this we need to do npm init. So this is going to initialize a node application. So package name server, it's fine, version is fine, description is fine, entry can be server.js, and get repository we don't need, author you can put your name, I'll just put a channel name. This is fine. So we are good to go with this. Now enough with this, we can open the VS Code and we can get started. So if I come here and see the package.json, so this is what we have as of now. We need to install some dependencies, so let's get started with that. So let me open the terminal here. So now what we need is, first we need the Express, we need the library to be installed, that is HTML minifier, and we need cores because we will be sending from a different port, and our extension is a different domain, and we are going to send it to uh, a different domain. So let's get started with this npm install. First we need express, we need html minifier. I'll also link the library in the description so that you can check this out. There are a lot of configuration that you can do with this library. It's really cool. So I'll just save these as dependencies. So once this is done, we will have these. So yeah, this is what we need. Now let's start with creating a server.js file. So for this, I think it's going to be a very small code base for the server. What we need is, we just need a file named server.js, and it's typical Express setup. So what you do is you say import Express from Express, and you say import course from course. We also want the minify library, but before that, just let's try to start the server that we have. So we will say app is equals to express. So now this app we can use to apply middlewares to it and doing all that stuff. So middleware. So all we need to say is app.use, and we just say express.json. So this is all you need, so that it knows that the data that will be coming will be in JSON format, and we can say app.use. Earlier we used to use body parser also to do this thing, but now you can do it with Express as well. So we have course. So this is that. Now what else do we need? We just need to start this on a port or something. So let's do that. So we'll have a port. Port can be let's say 3001. Our front end is going to be on 3000, so it can be on 3001. When we publish this on server, so like if you publish it somewhere on Heroku or anywhere, so you can also have something like so whatever port is assigned to this, so process.env.port. so if this is not there, because we are not setting up anything here, so the port will be 3001, and there should be a full stop. Now this is what we need. Let's say listen, we want to listen it on this port, and once it's set up, so we just want to say console.log. We want app listening on port. You can print the port here. So yeah, this is what we can do. Now let's try to start this and see if we are getting any errors. So npm start, or maybe if you guys don't have nodemon, you can say npm install nodemon, and you can say -global, so it is globally installed for you. I do have this, so I'll say nodemon start, or maybe I can just say nodemon. Yeah, so I think it has started, and it is starting the server. Should log that way the server has started. So it is crashing. I think the example that I showed you the demo, it's still running. So let me just see and close that. So I think that's what it is saying. Yeah. So let me start it again. So this time it should run. Okay, it got crashed again. Let's see what it is saying. Import express. You cannot use import statement outside a module. I think for this, what we need to do, because it expects us to use require and all that stuff. So what we need to do, we just need to make a small change in our package.json file. We just need to say that the type is module. So we can just simply write type here, and we can specify what we need. So we'll say type, and I think it's lagging a bit for some reason. Yeah, we need type, and type will be module. So I think this is all we need. Yeah, let me just save this. So okay, I'm missing this. So yeah, now let's see. So now the server should be up. Yeah, so app is listening on port 3001. So let's try to set up a route for our API. So now what do we need is, we just need one single route. We are not going to implement any authentication or anything like that. It's going to be very straightforward. We will have only one API on the Express server, and it is going to take the HTML and it is going to minify that for us, and that is all we need from it. So how we are going to do that is, we will say app.post. It's going to be a post call, and the API can be API/minify. This is our API is gonna be, and we just need to return a JSON from here. So whatever we'll return, we'll have response, which will come from here. So we will have request and response, and this response will be a JSON format. So response.json, and in this we will be returning success. Okay, it's lagging a lot. Success true, and minified. So this is what we are going to return from here. So let's try to think how we will do it. So this is where the library is gonna come in, and we are going to use that library to minify the code. So first thing is, we will extract HTML. So let's expect that we will be getting this HTML key in our body. So from the body we will destructure this HTML, and this is where our HTML will be. So this is what we need to minify now. The other thing is, if there is no, so let's do a validation. If there is no HTML, in that case what we are going to do, we are just going to return the response JSON, and it's not going to be a success response. So we will say success is false, and we will send out a message saying please provide HTML, right? So this is what we are going to return if there is no HTML that we are sending. Now what else do we need? So if we have HTML, so if HTML is there, then we are going to minify this. So first let's import the library. So we will say import minify from HTML minifier actually. So this is the library. So we want this. So this is what we need. So let's say constant minified, and we will say minify. Now from where we got this minify, this is what we imported. So minify HTML, we need to pass the string what we want to minify, and then we can pass some options. So the options can really be however you want. So there are some bunch of options that I'm going to show you, but if you want, you can explore those by yourself. There are a lot of options. So let me just quickly go through those. So it is minify HTML library. I think this one. So this is the library that we are using. So they have lot of options. So they have given a comparison and everything. So this one, so these are the options that you can have: case sensitive, collapse Boolean attributes, and a lot of options are there. We are not going to use all of these options, but you can go and check these out. If you want, you can add these options, and your code will be minified accordingly. For this one, what we are going to explore is one is collapse Boolean attribute. So this is one. So we are going to say true, and it's pretty straightforward. It says collapse Boolean attribute. So if let's say disabled equals to true, if you have written in your HTML, it doesn't have to be true. You can just mention disabled. So it's a Boolean attribute, or if you have given a condition or anything like that, right? So disabled can be mentioned on disabled can be mentioned in the HTML. You don't have to really assign a value to it. So like that. Let's say collapse. One is collapse white spaces. So yes, we want to collapse the white spaces because it's going to save characters for us in this one. So we are going to say true. Minify CSS, because in our HTML code we are also sending CSS in style tags. So we want to minify the CSS also. So we are going to say true. Remove attribute codes. So when it's not needed, so if you are passing a class and the class is only a single single word, so we, in that case, we do not need quotes, and removing quotes is going to reduce the character count for us. So we are going to say remove attribute quotes. Remove attribute quotes. We are going to say true. And remove comments. Yes, so we do want to remove comments from the HTML. Now I believe remove comments should be true by default. I'm not sure. I just need to check. Yeah, no, but it is by default it's false. So, but I think if we are minifying HTML, it should be true by default, but it's not. So this is what we need. Now we are sending this empty string as of now. So let's just pass this minified here. So I can write, as you all already know, that I can write minified like this, and because the key and the variable that I'm sending is same, I can just remove this and send it like this. So this means the same things what we had written earlier. So now I think we are done with our server changes. So let's test this in body, and we are going to check both the cases. If we are not passing the HTML, and if when we are passing the HTML, it should give us the success false and success true in both the in both the cases that we are going to cover. This is the so this is the HTML we are going to minify. The port is 3001 API minifier. So it should give us the minified version of this. As you can see, there are a lot of spaces that we have here. So these shouldn't be removed, and we have single quotes here. So all these should also be removed. So let's hit send and see. Yeah, so as you can see that this HTML has been minified. What I can do is I can just copy this and test whether this is the correct one. So just go copy and go back to my browser, this one, and maybe I can remove this. I'll just remove this and paste what I have put. I've copied. So yeah, it exactly looks the same even with the minified version also. So I think the server changes are done. This is all we needed. And we are going to cover that in the next video. So in the next one, we are going to work entirely on the Chrome extension, and we are going to make one API call to the server and minify the HTML and show it on the UI. So make sure to check it out the next video as well. It's gonna show you how to create this end-to-end Chrome extension and how to make one API call from your Chrome extension to the server. So thank you for watching.